Hello, viewers. Welcome back to another series of stock investments. Today, I'm recording. It's on April 23rd, 2024. I've been observing market for quite some time. What I noticed is it's some kind of bottom we're experiencing right now. Most of the stocks are performing slightly lower than the expectation, which I wanted to share that information with you guys. I think I want to start off with SPY. This you can see I have a daily chart here. Off late, it has hit the peak, and after that, I could see the gradual slowdown. The price movement is downward trend, and past 2 days it slightly appreciated. You could see what's happening in the market right now. That most of the companies are coming up with earnings. There's some positive push is happening, but I don't think so. The momentum will continue for longer until Fed comes back with some kind of concrete dates in terms of when the rate cuts are going to happen. I think market is reacting to some of the no news from the Fed. That's what I could predict from what's going on in the market right now. Looking into the spider, you could see that there was a really good progress. I have the 20 days, 50 days, 150, and 200. Let me change the 200 to a different color. That way it's very clear. You can see that it has just gone past the 50 days moving average. The price is heading low. This is the lowest point it went, which matches with February. This is the lowest point. There was a slight movement past 2 days with a positive upward trend, but I don't think so it's going to sustain. So I'm expecting some kind of downward movement, which is very evident in this spider. And at the same time, you can see that the RSI line is also hitting the bottom. And I think the demand was very low. Then slightly it picked up past 2 days, but I guess this momentum will come down again. So we should see some kind of trend coming down and then staying at the low until we hear something good from the Fed. So market is just reacting to no news. Okay, there are earnings calls coming up. So hopefully we should see a slight push to the upwards, but we have to wait and see whether the momentum can continue. I don't think so. We have hit the bottom yet, so it's trending towards the bottom, or we have to just monitor how our technicals are behaving. So, starting with the spider is trending towards downwards. I do have a Nasdaq too also. Um, Let me change it to a days chart. You could see pretty much this chart exactly mimics what spider is. So you could see the trend, and then past 2 days, the kind of slight positive momentum going up due to the earnings call. So the demand actually went down to the lowest, and then it is spiking up from the RSI standpoint. The moving average again, the price actually gone past the moving average, 50 days moving average, uh, and then it's just slightly picked up some momentum past 2 days. So both Spider and Nasdaq has a similar trend going on right now, and I'm expecting one more push to the upwards and then again gradually falling down. So we should see another lower low coming up very soon, and then gradually hitting that 200 days mark, touching the 200 days mark. So which should mimic something like this. So it has come down, then a positive boost, and then again back down, positive boost, and then again back down. So you should see a lower low here, and then one more lower low here. So similar pattern we should see because of the market condition right now. Uh, and at the same time, let me switch back to the weekly chart. Again, it looks identical. The demand is kind of average right here. I'm expecting, the upcoming weeks we should see the numbers, the RSI going down. I also picked up another stock to look at it, which is the NVDA. So this stock has been performing very well past a few months, 6 months, and off late it has hit that peak, and you could see gradually. If you look at this particular chart here, probably you could see that it is actually trending sidewards. Um, it's basically churning. That's what we call it as technical terms. We call it as churning. It is trending sidewards, and the peak is somewhere around 962. It has hit the peak, and with the market conditions not being good, as well as this particular the semiconductor space was also not performing well. You know, you could see some major stocks like AMD, AMAT, and all those stocks are always kind of trending sideways right now, past few weeks. So nothing new. I think then NVIDIA is also following the same trend because they all fall under the same semiconductor space. You could see that demand has fallen down. I'm in the days chart right now. Looking at the days chart, it has just gone past the 50 days moving average, which mimics the spider as well as the Nasdaq. So it has gone down 50 days moving average. I'm expecting we should see another low coming up, a push, and then coming down slightly, lower low coming up very soon, coming closer to 150 days moving average. So that's the trend which I'm expecting right now. And similarly, you can see the RSI demand has actually fallen down. Definitely, people have taken money out from it because it's trending in the right in the sideways direction. I also pulled out some cash out from it. So yeah, I want to keep it in cash and then see how the market trends, and then probably invest back once I see a positive momentum going on. So for now, I think the semiconductor space is slightly struggling. So we have to wait and see how it trends in the upcoming week. I do have another stock to discuss, which is AMD again. So looking at the AMD, you could see the very clearly the trend is really bad. It has hit the peak, I think, in the March time frame. After that, the trend is downwards direction. There was a lower low, one more lower low, and then the trend going up down. So past 2 days, it has seen a good momentum, but I don't think so. It will again. It goes. My message is clear. It goes back to how the Spider and Nasdaq are behaving based on that. The current trend of some of these semiconductors and the stronger stocks which have been carrying Spider and Nasdaq for quite some time will behave. So it's going to be in the similar trend. So we should see again down, coming down. That's the trend which I see right now. And similarly, people have taken cash out. Definitely, I think investors want to see how the whole market is going to trend, and they are kind of in a cautious mode, not too excited about the industry as well as the market right now. They want to see how it plays out and then invest money back into it. So I'm seeing some kind of distributions happening. People are taking cash, keep holding cash rather than investing it. So similarly, I also did the same model. I did went and sold out few shares on Nvidia, took some profits, kept the cash ready. Whenever the trend reverses, then that's the point I will invest back into the market. So for now, it's in cash right now. So the next stock which I wanted to discuss for today is a company called Netflix. Very common. It has recently had the earnings call. Their outlook was very good. They had close to 15 percentage of membership increase. At the same time, they also had a really good reach uh, toward close to 270 million users right now. Wall Street is expecting to grow even further. And also, Netflix came out recently with the earnings call saying they're not going to disclose anymore the total membership increase or decrease numbers. That is kind of skeptical. I think market reacted slightly for that news, but I don't think so. It has any major impact. But At least, as an investor, I would like to know how they are growing in terms of the new customers, which I don't think so they're going to share anymore. Looking at the earnings there, they have done really decently well. Their forecast for the next quarter seems to be lower because they predict that it's going to be similar to how what happened last year. So again, it's a seasonal growth pattern. So they, their expectation is that, or the forecast is pretty low for the next quarter. So that being said, looking at the stock actually behaved a similar pattern, where the Spider and the Nasdaqs are going down. You could see pretty much the same trend. Then the price actually went down 50 days moving average, down the 15 days moving average, uh, and it actually close to 4% fell down after the earnings call. And then after that, past 2 days, because the momentum was there, something was kicking in. You could see the price movement slightly up. So I did have some position in this company. Recently, I sold a portion of it just to take the profit out. I'm expecting the trend should be the similar trend what the SPY, basically the Spider and the Nasdaq is going through right now. It's kind of a cautious move. I'm going to wait for the market to signal me when to invest back. Most of our investors tend to stay longer in some of these stocks. I think if the trend is not what you're seeing, then I think it's safer to take some portion of the profit out. So that's what I did. I took some profit out, kept it side. Then I will invest back once I see a favorable trend going on in the market. So, but in terms of technical wise, again, the numbers, the price, I look at the price and the volume. You could see a heavy distribution happen on this day, particular day, April 19th. And then past 2 days or kind of past 2 days, you could see the momentum kicked back, but I'm expecting the momentum should die down. So I do see some kind of distribution happen, heavy distribution happen. I think that's why it's in my watch list right now. So it's a volume spike compared to the Jan volume spike. So past 2 to 3 months there was no movement, and just on 19th it had a reasonable volume spike. I think mostly it's a distribution time. So from the technical standpoint, you could see the price is lower than the 50 days moving average, which is kind of a time where these are some of the indicators I look at it. If it is below 50 days moving average, and you can see since October, it has never touched or crossed 50 days. So the trend is pretty good, but of late I see the trend has changed. So that's my signal for staying out for a short period of time until the stock proves me that the trend is good. So it has gone down 50 days moving average and it is heading towards the 150. I should see a spike and a come down. So similarly, RSI is also kind of low demand right now. People are sold out their stocks and they're keeping the cash ready whenever the trend it has not hit the bottom yet. So I'm expecting the trend should go down. Once it hits the bottom, maybe just crossing the 200 days moving average somewhere around 480, 479 something. Once it crosses that, that's the point I would probably look at a time to invest, or maybe closer to 500. That's when I'm going to invest back. Again, some of the signals also need to prove me that I should invest my money back into the market. So I will wait for that signals to show. I'm not going to time. I'm going to purely look at the technicals and then go from there. So there's a good distribution happen. Every investor has done the same thing. The price momentum picked up slightly, should go down, and the RSI should also go up and come down gradually, fluctuating at the bottom level. So the demand should be pretty low. I'm not sure. Maybe the most of the stocks are reacting to what Fed is doing right now. So they are kind of cautious in increasing the interest rates. So I'm expecting the stocks would also behave, or investors generally wants to be in the same mode of cautiously investing the money. So both are playing the kind of game right now. So that's kind of the overall trend right now in the market. So keep watching, keep watching the market. Stay tuned. More updates will come in the future. Thank you.